The director of Israel's Shin Secret Service says there's been an upsurge in Palestinian terror attacks this year.
We foiled 312 significant terrorist attacks, stabbings, shootings, suicide attacks, and have made 2,000 arrests.
Speaking at a counterterrorism summit, Ronen Bar pointed to a massive increase in shooting attacks against Israeli troops and civilians in the West Bank. As Israel heads to its fifth election in 3 years, Bar says the instability has led to more attacks.
From the intelligence that we have read, from the investigations of attackers we have conducted, and also from many years of familiarity with our adversaries, wherever they are, we can say today without a shadow of a doubt, the political instability, the growing internal division are an encouragement to the axis of evil, to the terror organizations and individual attackers.
Bar says the rift developing in Israeli society is the most complex challenge Israel is facing. Israel's enemies, he says, believe Israel's national resilience is fading. In an operation called Break the Wave, the IDF stepped up its counterterrorism raids in Palestinian areas a few months ago. According to Israel's public broadcaster Khan, that led to a warning from Egypt urging Israel to back off, saying it worries about an escalation and possibly the situation spinning out of control. Bar calls Iran the underlying problem, a sentiment echoed by former Israeli intelligence officer Avi Melamed.
The Iranian regime says openly that their intention is to set fire in the West Bank and to fuel the flames in the West Bank.
According to Melamed, another contributing factor behind the violence is that the Palestinian Authority is at a crossroads.
The term of the Palestinian president, Mahmoud Abbas, seemingly is towards the end. There is already an ongoing process where potential rivalries are kind of like taking positions. There is a lot of weapons in the West Bank.
Should Abbas leave the picture, Melamed describes one scenario being a power vacuum leading to an internal armed struggle between Palestinian factions. And even now, there's weakening of the Palestinian Authority's sovereignty in parts of the West Bank in places like Jenin, Hebron, and Nablus.
This is a very alarming process, and this is, by the way, one of the major reasons Israel is constantly and recently increasingly intercept that phenomenon, and particularly in those hubs or pockets.
According to Bar, the PA security forces need to be strengthened in order to restore calm, and their public wants that too. But it's up to the PA to do it. Julie Stahl, CBN News, Jerusalem.